A lot of women out here these days are very interested in finding a provider man, but they don't really understand what it means. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing what it means to actually be with a provider man, how a provider man actually behaves in daily life, and where some women are actually getting this completely wrong. Hi, my name is Amanda. Welcome to this channel where we talk about how to manifest what you want in life without all the extra stress, chaos, and drama that most people are accustomed to. If that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we have coming out on this channel. Lately, you guys have been asking me to talk a lot about money and relationships, so make sure to subscribe. If you like it, give it a like, share with a girlfriend. You know the deal by now, and you can find all our resources, both free resources like our Enhance Your Feminine Energy Guide below, and you'll also find a lot of our Polarity relationship classes in the description. It's all listed out for you. Just pick and choose the one that you want. Okay, so provider man. Okay, I'm going to say something that might hurt a lot of the women. So a lot of the things that I see on the internet lately when it comes to women talking about wanting a provider man, being a provider man, a lot of women have a very immature sort of definition of what that means. A lot of women out here, there's two things that are very immature and, to be honest, kind of a red flag to healthy men. Number one is that they are demanding that a man provides for them. A woman who is feminine and attractive all around doesn't need to demand that a man provide for her. And when a woman is out here demanding that men must provide for her, as many of the women on the internet do these days, then that's actually a huge red flag to healthy men, because it shows healthy men that no man has ever treated you well before. Or at least that's what they're thinking in their heads if you're out here demanding that he must be a provider. If you want to attract a provider, it has a lot more to do with becoming a high value woman. It has a lot to do with becoming attractive all around. And there's two courses that I have available for you that can help you do that. These are our best sellers. So the first is our high value woman transformation. It'll show you how to build a high value life and become a high value person from the inside out, and how to actually build a life that, spoiler alert, doesn't just revolve around men, which makes you very attractive. And the second one is the Magnetic Woman Transformation Program, which goes a lot deeper into the psychology, nervous system regulation, manifestation, the qualities of a feminine woman, so on and so forth. So those are the two places that you can start. Because a woman who is attractive all around and in her feminine energy, she doesn't have to demand, she doesn't have to ask. She just gets it. Let me give you an example. The other day, my husband just opened office space here in Mexico for his relocation and real estate business. It's a business we run together. And we were shopping for furniture for the office. I've basically been living there the last 2 weeks, helping my husband set up this office and decorating it and dealing with contractors and all the walk-ins coming in and the new business coming in and trying to get ready before like a big event that's happening in the area next week. So I've been like practically living there helping my husband the last couple weeks. And we were shopping for furniture because he's like, hey, you've got a good eye, like you're better at this stuff, can you please come help me? So we're at this like awesome secondhand shop that's near the office, and I noticed this beautiful purse. I don't actually have it here, it's downstairs, but I noticed this stunning purse that was for sale in the secondhand shop. It was brand new, it had never been used, it still had all the packaging in it, and it was like this color, which is one of my favorite colors, and it was a crossbody, and it was perfect because we move around a lot, we're looking at properties, we're traveling, we're here, we're there, there's a lot going on. So I need like it to be functional as well. And he saw me looking at it. I didn't really make any mention of it or anything like that. He's like, do you like anything in the store? And I was like, well, I like that purse, right? But I didn't like make a big deal. I wasn't demanding that he buy it for me, and that's what makes him a masculine man, like a lot of the women on the internet do these days. I just kind of left it alone. 3 days later, I walk into the office to go help my husband with something at the office, because again, we're just in that crazy setup time. And he bought the purse and he put it on the table for me in the office without me knowing. I went to go grab him a coffee because he asked me to go grab him a coffee. At the coffee shop, I come back, there's the purse. He bought it for me. I didn't go out demanding that he buy me the purse or that a provider man should do this or should do that. If a woman is out here telling a man how to be a man, that's also usually a red flag to a man. So that's something to keep in mind when it comes to that. The other mistake that a lot of women make when it comes to provider men is that they think these men have to give them like a millionaire lifestyle. That's a part of what you see out here on the internet a lot that's causing a lot of freaking damage in relationships. Because the reality is that a healthy man and a provider man, he will provide for you. There's several different ways in which men provide. I will get into it in a second. But he will provide for you and he will provide the lion's share for you and he will protect you. That doesn't mean the man's a millionaire or has to be a millionaire in order to do that. The main thing that men have to be worried about is food, a roof over your head, insurance, the kids, the survival stuff. And provider men will take care of the survival stuff, and you don't have to be a millionaire to take care of the survival stuff. But women have this thing twisted in their brains these days, at least on the internet, that they have to be multimillionaires and they have to be buying them Louis Vuitton bags or Hermes or Chanel or this or that. Like, it's just in the culture. And it's like, girl, that is like not how marriage works. And also, if a guy is buying you a Chanel bag in like 2 weeks, girl, that's a huge red flag. Okay? That is a massive red flag because it's a massive manipulation tactic that a lot of unhealthy men with money will use to kind of like manipulate a girl into being with him. So that's something that a lot of women need to be aware of as well. So now that we've understood like where women get this wrong, let's talk about what providership, I'm going to call it providership, what that actually looks like in a man. Number one, as I mentioned, he provides the lion's share, at least the lion's share when it comes to the finances. Because I know with the way bills are set up these days in countries like the United States and Canada, girl, I know. And the men who are watching this, I know it's crazy. Why do you think my husband's business is so busy with helping people move out of the United States into lower cost of living countries? That's a part of it, right? It's like, hey, we got to do what's best for us. So that's neither here nor there right now. But one of the things to keep in mind is that he's at the very least providing a lot of the survival stuff. It's the housing, like I said, the housing, the insurance, the food, the kids, the clothes, that kind of stuff. That actually makes a man feel good and it makes a healthy man feel even better and it helps a man really step up and mature when he does that. A lot of the men out here who are yelling about going 50-50, they don't want a wife. They don't want the responsibility of a wife. They want a roommate. That's what they want. Or they want a mom. They are not ready for the responsibility of being a husband and having a wife. But at the very least, like I said, it doesn't mean he's a millionaire, but he is covering a lot of the survival costs. That's what provider men will do. Provider men will also provide solutions to problems. They will not create more problems for you. A lot of you, particularly those in codependent relationships, will end up with men who create a lot of problems for you rather than providing solutions to your problems. Provider men, healthy provider men, love to provide solutions to problems. Whenever, like, I don't even know when something in the house is broken because my husband has already fixed it before I even know. That's an example of that. Or if I get stuck with a tech issue, my husband's the one fixing it. Or if we're dealing with contractors, my husband's the one dealing with it. My husband also manages the money and pays the bills. That's what he does. Another example is a provider man. A lot of times what they do, and this is a form of protection as well, is that, let's say, I'm going to use an example that's probably really common on this YouTube channel because I tend to attract a lot of high achieving women. And I know a lot of you like run businesses with your spouses and stuff like that because you all are doing this life thing together. And that's a part of it, which, by the way, one of the things that women get wrong in the United States and Canada and Australia and Western Europe, for example, is that they feel like they're entitled to it. And they're like, no, I shouldn't go, work in my husband's business and stuff like that. In more traditional cultures, I'm talking Latin America, I'm talking India, I'm talking Asia, and things like that, like family businesses is just normal. Like, it's just what you do. You even like raise the kids to take over the family business. if they want to. But because you're in the United States or Canada or Western Europe, it's just way more individualistic. But in more traditional cultures, it's like the families run businesses together. It's what you do. Like we live in Mexico right now, and most of the small businesses are run by families. Like everybody's chipping in, okay? Now what it might look like in that particular situation in a provider man is that the man is the one who handles like the burdensome things, right? Or he doesn't see it as burdensome, but we as women might see it as burdensome. So that looks like the operations, the administration, the money, the taxes, the negotiations, all the fixing of the problems, the managing of the people, like all the things that might seem burdensome to a feminine woman, he will take care of that. And then oftentimes, what ends up happening with the woman, or at least this is the case with me and my husband, I'm the creative one. I just get to create all day long, and it's super fun. And then that allows me to be in my feminine energy. So that's another example in which men provide. So for those of you who run businesses, I've been saying this a lot on the channel lately, when you're dating and vetting, make sure you get with men who are competent to help you in running those businesses if you want to continue running the business. If you don't, then just make sure he's competent in life in general. But those of you who want to continue growing businesses and things like that, it's really beneficial when you end up with a guy, as I did, who's even more competent than you at running businesses and can take a lot of that burdensome stuff off of your shoulders so you can do more of the things that would allow you to be in your feminine energy. And you're going to feel a lot better when you're doing that. And you're going to feel a lot more polarity and attraction and spark in the relationship when you have that kind of dynamic. I recently did a video on the different kinds of financial dynamics that actually work in a romantic partnerships, and you can go check it out. I will leave it somewhere around here so you can go watch it. And then finally, men provide protection. They do, right? And protection, again, comes in a lot of different ways. It could be as simple as, literally like physically protecting you. It could be making sure the house is good and not falling apart. It could look like, again, saving you from problems. That is also a form of protection. So these are the things that you want to be looking for. And unfortunately, and I'm going to piss off the women when I say this, and the men in the comments are going to be like, thank you for saying this, right? A lot of women out here these days are just very immature, or at least the ones yelling on the internet about how men need to provide for them are very immature and don't understand what provision actually is. So I hope this helped clear some things up for you today. I hope it gave you a lot more clarity. I hope it helped you in your vetting process of men. I also recently did a video on how to properly vet men so that you avoid feminine men who are going to cause a lot more problems for you in your life. So I'll leave that around here below as well. Once again, you can sign up for our free offers in the description below. We have our Enhance Your Feminine Energy Guide. We also have my 4-step manifestation process and the 2 courses that I mentioned in this one that are very helpful for the content of this video, High Value Woman Transformation and Magnetic Woman Transformation Bundle. You can find the links to that below as well. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with a girlfriend. Thank you so much for giving me your time today, and I'll catch you on the next one.